This mic?
Yep.
Got it. Hi, guys. Hello. I'm TJ at Foundry Digital. Unfortunately, my partner couldn't make it. He's on a flight right now. So what we put together was, since we really love liquidity, is we thought we'd try to build a little kind of protocol agnostic kind of submarine swap service that anyone can kind of host as kind of like a transitory solution until proper solutions like peer swap and that kind of thing are ready. So our idea with this was that routers like zero fee routing, or who's totally not Chainalysis, yeah. So folks like that could host the service and charge a premium, or folks like Amboss could kind of sit in the middle, facilitate this process with kind of a similar payment flow to, buying channels from Ellen Big or buying channels from Magma. So here's our little site. We've called it Rug Swap. It's not the most trustworthy name at this point. We don't recommend using it. Not quite yet. So we built a front end right here. We built this in React. And we built a backend in Golang to kind of handle all that logic going on. We used a couple hosted voltage nodes going on back there, the Minecraft Appreciator nodes. And that's our buyer and seller. We used some of their API to plug that in. So since my partner couldn't make it, we recorded a little video of this in action. We kind of performed a grief attack on ourselves and our channel during testing. So it's kind of down right now, but we should have it working again tonight. I'll be posting the pub key. So if anyone wants to give it a go tonight, we should have the griefing attack resolved.
Do you need audio?
Is there? Oh, yes, there is. He says some words and things.
You scoot it over here and plug that in. Hope that it works.
Okay. All right.
You need to set the output to be the 8 inches to the HDMI. Audio output.
External speakers. Okay. Got it. Thank you. It's coming, right? Oh, thank you so much. All right, we'll give this a go.
That's because our Minecraft Appreciators and public key are cached and loaded in the background from the web service. This is dynamic. If you ever wanted to change your alias or connect to another node, then you'd be fine. And this actually communicates to the backend, communicates to the node via RPC, right? So it's also the fee rate and max that we specified, which also get fetched dynamically, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to change it without restarting the program manually, right? So this is called the bridge, and this is where we're going to be buying off-chain liquidity. So I'm the buyer of off-chain liquidity. That's me. As you can see, we have a bunch of themes here. So if you want to play around with it, we have some cool stuff here. But I like dark. Anyway, so we're gonna buy 5,000 sats of off-chain liquidity. Right? So that means that we send sort of around 5,000 there on-chain, and we get 5,000 off-chain. So when we purchase, we agree with this sort of funds. And yeah, so what we're going to do now is we have instructions, and this is sort of to generate arbitrary secrets, right? So we have to generate random 32 bytes and then also hash it. That way later we can unlock it. And this is to sort of go with the HTLC logic so that it's in flight and it doesn't get settled unless everybody gets what they want, right? So what I'm going to do is copy and paste these instructions here to our bash terminal here. You can see it was doing before a little bit. So that's our secret, and then we're going to hash it. So we're actually going to provide the hash here to the website and also the paid address. So what I want to get paid. Right? And remember that nothing can happen until we actually give out our secret. It can't get settled, we can't get coins, and so on. So what we're going to do is generate an address to receiver. Right? So we're creating an address, and this is our Bitcoin address that we want to receive too. Right? So I'm going to click that and click order. Now order, what that's going to do is atomically generate an invoice for us to pay. Right? So it's also going to dynamically generate the image based off of the invoice. So for you smartphone lovers out there, if you want to scan this, it would be this data right here. So what I'm going to do is just do a little decoding of it, just to show you guys it's the correct thing. Bitcoin testnet, you can see it's 10 or 1,000 parts per million because it's 5,005, right? And that's all we kind of need to know. And we're just going to go ahead and pay it because we trust it, right? So this is our buyer node. And we are going to sort of send and sort of pay the invoice. Now, remember that the invoice won't actually be settled until we sell the invoice by providing the secret. So nothing could go wrong quite yet. So we're going to do that. We're going to pay. And this is going to continue loading until we actually sell it, right? So it's not going to get settled until we get our coins and we sell the invoice. Now, in the future, we sort of want to make it not a marketplace, but more of like a service for like a more trusted service, right? So you wouldn't necessarily be running this because there's still a possibility that something could be cheated, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our original secret, and this is what unlocks it, right? And we're going to click settle.
So at this point, at about 2 o'clock, we realized we had griefed our node and the channel wasn't working. So we kind of took what we had, came here. Kind of our next iterations with working with this is right now we're building the LND API. We're going to start building in some of the CLN, declare logic, so we can plug that out a bit, bring them in, and at least make it so that buyers don't have to run anything. They just pay an invoice and they can receive that back. We'll be implementing some Bitcoin transaction logic, after we take this base 58, and we'll be bringing in the other side of it. This is a reverse submarine swap. We'll be trying to build regular submarine swaps with that as well. So hopefully you guys could hear that, but thanks so much.